You just shoot women, children! Easy! You just don't need them so much!
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of No Bullshit Reviews. I'm Bill. In this video we're going to be talking about Siberia, the latest Keanu Reeves film where he is trying not to be John Wick. So Siberia is the latest Keanu Reeves movie to come out in between his John Wick chapters, where it's painfully obvious that he's trying to not be John Wick. Siberia was a huge piece of shit. What a stinker. I'm not sure what Keanu Reeves was thinking when he agreed to make this movie, especially with the popularity of John Wick soaring the way it is, but this was just awful. Now, don't get me wrong, it did have its, good parts where I was like, oh, wow, you know what, this part's pretty intense. This is pretty good with how high his popularity is right now with the John Wick movies. And, they're talking about doing another Bill and Ted. And then you made this piece of shit that is just awful. And it's so obvious that he's trying to distance himself from the John Wick character. But he was doing it by playing a character that looks and dresses exactly like John Wick, is involved in like an illegal international trade. He just gets his ass kicked and then gets blasted like an idiot. It's just so bad. And like, I understand in Hollywood there's, they don't want to get wherever they don't want to get locked into being that person forever. Like, there was like this curse around the Superman character where if you did a Superman movie, you were ruined. And now I can see, but if you're not wanting to get roped into that, but if you have a good character, a successful franchise, and you're making a buttload of money, just do those movies. You're ruining the perception by doing this piece of shit in between John Wick Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. Because, well, I guess it would be different if he didn't still look like John Wick in the movie. But there's no difference in the character appearance at all. Like, the suits are the same, the hair is the same, he's got the same, 5 o'clock thing. If he had really changed the appearance, I think maybe, but it looks like John Wick the pussy instead of John Wick the badass. That's what it looks like. And it's just terrible. Like, I get that, these big A-list actors, they do these huge, franchise studio films that bring in a whole bunch of money, and then they have their little, like indie movie passion projects that they like to do because it's an art. But this is neither one of those. This is just fucking awful. If you've heard of Siberia, avoid it because it's going to tarnish what you think of John Wick. Keanu, we love you. We loved Point Break. We loved all your movies. Even the little side bit, like when he had that little bit part in that movie with Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson where he's like the granny chaser. He was good in that. But this is just, like I said, it's John Wick the pussy instead of... it's just terrible. Avoid this shit like the fucking plague. Don't watch it. I already did. It was a huge waste of fucking time. That's all for this one. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. If you saw Siberia, if you didn't see it, don't watch it. If you want to sit through it to see what I'm talking about, don't feel bad if you bail, because I almost did a whole bunch of times. But we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.